Alright, so it is time for another food video, and today's is kind of breakfast slash lunch. It's called brunch.
Basically a brunch here in Seoul, Korea. And we're having one of my favorites. We are having Korean porridge, which is known as juk. And juk is like this really kind of like, it's considered to be a health food here in Korea.
Yeah.
And it's made out of like glutinous rice and different ingredients. I'm getting one made out of pumpkin. You're getting more of a savory one made out of shrimp. And the cool thing is that there's like a lot of health benefits associated with this food. So it's the type of food you eat when you're sick or when you're having bad digestion, and it's considered kind of a slow food, kind of a get well type of meal.
So Sam, are you having trouble with your digestion? Is that why we're here?
No, that's not why we're here today. We're here just because it's tasty.
Oh, okay.
The food is here. So I got the Saeyu Juk. So if you have a look here, this is a shrimp porridge. And it comes in a massive bowl, first of all. I wonder if we're actually supposed to share, because they gave us a tiny bowl with a ladle, so you can kind of like just pour it for yourself.
Yeah, you could definitely come here and order one of these to share.
Yeah.
But I mean, we're hungry, so we're gonna try to see if we can finish our own.
And look at that, and it's topped off with, it looks like little sesame seeds and maybe some seaweed. So I'll just mix it all.
So yours is a bit different than mine. I think the chunks, like the chunks of rice that it's been made with appears to be thicker than mine. It's not as smashed or as glutinous as mine.
Yeah, so mine's chunkier, and mine also has carrots and chives. So this looks great. Yeah, I was kind of craving something savory, so I didn't order a sweet one like Sam.
Yeah, so we have that contrast between the savory and the sweet juk, which is cool. The different types of Korean porridge.
This is steaming, it's like piping hot.
First bite.
Wow. You know what? It almost reminds me of like a risotto, but like a little bit more soupy. That is really nice.
Yeah, I don't think you've ever had a savory juk before. I think you've only tried the sweet ones.
Yeah, and I wasn't a huge fan of the sweet ones. They were okay, but I'm more of a savory person.
So an instant hit?
Yeah, this is really good.
So do you taste the shrimp, or like what are you tasting?
Yeah, I mean, it's just like a risotto. I mean, you taste the rice, like a savory rice. It doesn't have a whole lot of spices, but it's nice. You taste the shrimp, you taste the vegetables. It's an instant hit.
So Sam, on the other hand, he already knew what he wanted to order before we came here.
Yeah, I'm getting my favorite Korean porridge, and that is a Hobakjuk. So basically that is Korean pumpkin porridge. And if you take a look down here, you can see that, you know, it's very orange. It's very very pumpkin-y. And it's made with the glutinous rice. Yeah. So that has been really smashed like thoroughly. So you don't see the grains of the rice, unlike yours. And I'm gonna try to find, it also has these enormous giant rice balls. I don't know if you can see those.
Yeah, they're in there.
So I think I actually grabbed 3 of them.
You know what? It kind of looks like polenta at first glance.
Yeah, it does kind of look like polenta.
Though it tastes very different.
It tastes very differently. Okay, so I've served myself up.
Yeah. So
I'm not gonna go for a rice ball on the first bite. I'll just go for I guess the whole pack part, the pumpkin part. So yeah, one thing, it is very hot when it's served. So you do want to really blow on it before you put it in your mouth. Oh man, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's sweet, but not too sugary. It's got just very a natural sweetness. Yeah. You really taste the pumpkin. I mean, sure, it's made out of rice, but the overwhelming taste is definitely the pumpkin. Yeah. And yeah, it's so smooth. You put it in your mouth, and you don't even need to chew. It just goes down nice and slowly.
And you know what? Even though this is like a get well food, and you usually eat it when you're sick, I think it's also just nice to eat it on a cooler day, like a cool fall day. You just want something warm.
It's a great like late fall, winter type of food because it's served piping hot, and it'll definitely warm you up.
All right, well, let's dig in.
So our juk also came with side dishes. We've got your kimchi, a classic. So I'm just gonna add it to my porridge, mix it in. And it also came with beef. And this is kind of like a really fibrous meat that I really like. So I'm also just gonna mix that in. Maybe some of this for spice.
Wow, you're going all out here.
Yeah.
You're it's funny.
Just for an extra kick, I think it'll be nice. Because I mean, this is quite plain. It's like simple flavors. So if you want to kind of spice it up, you've got these little side dishes that you can just plop in. Magic. Okay, so I'm just looking at the menu here, and I'm kind of thinking what I'd like to have next time we come back. And they have a whole lot of variety here.
Yeah, show us that menu.
Okay, so you can get the porridge with crab meat, with shrimp. They have bulgogi beef. You can get it with mushrooms if you're vegetarian. There's like black sesame, mung bean, red bean, pine nut, all kinds of seafood.
So there's like tons of sweet and savory options.
And you know what? If you pay an extra 1,000 won, which is like less than $1, you get cheese. You can get cheese and like add it in and let it melt. Then it would be more like risotto. Oh my gosh, we should have seen that earlier. Yeah. So do you feel healthy eating this?
My health meter has moved up 10 points. I'm just kidding. That's really cheesy. But yeah, it is a healthy food. And I have a memory like when I got sick, when I used to work in Korea as an English teacher, my director came in and brought me juk as a kind of a get well. I guess kind of as a gift or a gesture. It's like, oh, you've got to have this juk and it's going to make you feel better.
That's sweet.
Yeah, it is a good memory that I have.
So even though those bowls were massive, we managed to finish everything.
Both of them. And I didn't even help you. Like I'm shocked because you've like become a fan of juk like just suddenly. Yeah. So that's kind of impressive. Yeah.
All right, and let's talk about the cost.
All right, so the price point, I've got the bill right here. So it was 16,000 won, man 6,000 won, and that's roughly just over 14 US dollars.
Yeah.
So you're looking at about $7 per person. And like throughout the menu, you can order all the different kinds of juk more or less between 7,000 and 9,000 won.
Yeah.
So that's kind of the rough price point. Oh, and I should point out too that we're eating at a place called Bonjuk, which is a very popular juk chain. You can find them all throughout Korea. And I highly recommend coming to this place. This is like, they really do an awesome juk. They do like an amazing Korean porridge. So if you're in Korea, check out Bonjuk. And yeah, we're stuffed. It's time to go take a siesta.
Bye-bye.